Hello and welcome to this mini course, IP Strategy 101 for SMEs and Startups. My name is Maria Boicova-Wynants, an IP lawyer and IP strategy consultant in love with IP since 2004. In the upcoming lectures, I will unpack IP and IP strategy in simple terms, without legalese, and in total under 100 minutes. This lecture series is available in audio and video format. Video format contains easy to follow visuals, so if you're listening to this as a podcast, head to my YouTube channel for a video version. This is lecture number 8. If you missed the first 7 lectures, I will include the links in the description and at the end of this one. So, today I will be talking about industrial designs and copyright as the instruments tailored to protect your creativity. We start with industrial design. Industrial design is the silent hero of product aesthetics, quietly shaping our everyday interactions with the world around us. But what exactly is it, and what can it protect? Legally speaking, a design encompasses the appearance of a product or a part thereof, stemming from its lines, contours, colors, shapes, textures, materials, or ornamentation. Think of it as a visual fingerprint that distinguishes one product from another on the shelves. While traditional design objects like packages and product forms readily come to mind, the realm of industrial design, in fact, extends far beyond. Creativity knows no bounds when it comes to design registration. So, whether you have created a new look for a musical instrument, a chocolate candy, a bottle, a type font for a clock, a packaging for cookies, or perhaps even just a personage, you can protect them by industrial design. As designs, one could also register, for example, computer icons, graphical interface, web page screen layouts, fonts, and many more other results of creative efforts. What rights does the owner of the registered design have and where? Well, like with all industrial rights, also the registered design gives its owner the exclusive right to use and to prohibit third parties from using identical or similar designs. Therefore, only the respective owners of registered designs have the right to use, make, offer, put on the market, import, export, or stock products incorporating the protected design, or incorporating a design that does not produce a different overall impression. The protection is granted for a period of 5 years, with the possibility of extending it 4 times. So, the maximum total duration of protection possible for a registered design is 25 years. The design can be registered via the national, European, or international route, which determines respectively the territorial scope of protection. To earn its stripes, a design must meet two main criteria: novelty and individual character. Thus, it must be new, not previously disclosed, and possess a distinctiveness that catches the eye of the informed observer. Additionally, it must steer clear of functionality constraints and moral or public policy objections. Obtaining design protection is a relatively straightforward and, in fact, cost effective endeavor. But wait, what about shape trademarks? Aren't they also meant to protect the shape, the overall look of a package, for example? Yes and no. A savvy IP strategy may involve dual protection for a 3D shape, leveraging both trademark and design registration. If the requirements for both are satisfied, of course, because the requirements are different. While trademark protection hinges on distinctiveness, design registration offers a smoother path to establishing rights. Sometimes starting with a registered design can pave the way for subsequent trademark protection, bolstered by extensive use. But wait, there's more. Also, copyright can be used to protect your designs. And copyright essentially has only requirements of originality and human authorship. The caveat here is the infringement claim nuances. For copyright, the infringement occurs only if there has been direct copying. This is not the case for the registered industrial design, which accords protection irrespective whether the direct copying occurred or not. And trust me, this makes a world of difference. Now that I mentioned copyright, let's continue talking about that. What does copyright give you? Copyright law offers creators a bouquet of exclusive rights, akin to a shield protecting their creative masterpieces. These rights are generally divided into two main branches: economic and moral rights. Talking about economic rights, think about them as power to control specific actions related to your work. This include reproduction, public communication, and distribution. Harmonization efforts across the EU ensure consistency in these rights, empowering creators to safeguard their creations uniformly. Moral rights, on the other hand, are deeply personal, connecting your identity to your work. They include the right of attribution, so ensuring you are recognized as the creator, and that you also have the authority to decide when and how your work is disclosed, protecting it from misrepresentation. However, the scope and nature of moral rights vary across European Union countries. For example, in France, they are inalienable and eternal, persisting even after your passing and inherited by your heirs. In contrast, in places like Germany, they're tied to economic rights and subject to specific timelines. Therefore, as a creator and copyright holder, you have exclusive rights to copy, distribute, publish, adapt, perform, claim authorship, demand attribution, license, and enforce your rights against infringement. In essence, copyright provides significant value, ensuring your creative efforts are protected and respected. However, it's up to you to make sure that your copyright is treated right, pun intended. The good starting point here are solid contracts with well thought through provisions regarding copyright, as well as general vigilance in this respect. When talking about copyright, there's one very important notion: public domain. Public domain is a key element of copyright. But what is that beast? Let me break it down. The public domain refers to creative works, inventions, or intellectual property that is not protected by copyright, patent, or other legal rights. In other words, it's a sanctuary for knowledge open to all, where ideas flow like an endless river, free for anyone to use, to share, and build upon. What is the relation to copyright, you might wonder? Well, copyright grants creators exclusive rights to their work for a limited period, typically the creator's lifetime plus 70 years. Once this protection expires, the work enters the public domain. This means that it can be freely used, adapted, and distributed without the need for permission and without the need for payment. What are the benefits of the public domain? Well, there are many. Of course, cultural heritage. It preserves our shared cultural heritage, making, for example, classic literature, historic documents, and creative works accessible to all. Innovation. It fosters innovation by allowing creators to build upon and remix earlier works. Education. Public domain materials are invaluable for educators as they can be freely used in classrooms and for educational resources. And finally, creative freedom. It encourages creative freedom, enabling artists to draw inspiration from the past without any legal constraints. But it's very important to stress here that not all works enter the public domain at the same time. So, one can have, for example, the same object under copyright in one country and in the public domain in the other. And of course, copyright laws can vary by country. That being said, understanding the public domain is still key to navigating the rich tapestry of intellectual property and creative expression. This course is created based on the book Intellectual Property: The Key to Your Competitive Advantage and is recorded by its author Maria Boicova-Wynants in 2024. This was the eighth lecture of the lecture series Intellectual Property Strategy Without Legalese and in Under 100 Minutes. Thank you very much for listening. Next time, I will talk about my favorite IP instrument, trade secrets. So stay tuned.